Hey guys, happy October. So I'm sure you can tell from the cloth I have going on here that this is going to be a October spooky video in a way. Um Also, quick segue here. I am sorry if you hear me clear my throat and stuff. I am getting over a cold because my lovely children decided to share their germs with me. We've been in school for only a month and they have been sick with something every week. It is completely ridiculous. So, yeah, I have a long cold and flu season ahead of me. But anyway, so into the video. Today's video is going to be about, or going to be a video reply to Emily's Tarot Magic, which, first of all, Emily, I love your channel. I adore you. You're gorgeous and wonderful. And I'm going to put a link to her channel down below because if you're not subscribed to her, you need to be. Excuse me. If tarot is your thing. I know I kind of do a mixture of topics here on this channel, but I do love to talk about tarot and oracle decks every now and then, and particularly spooky tarot and oracle decks because this is my favorite time of the year. But she did an amazing video of her going through and picking what from her collection what spooky tarot and oracle decks she wanted to work with this year. And I thought it was wonderful. I'm also very, very envious of the awesome little cabinet that she keeps all of her decks in. Gonna have to do that at some point when I have the room. once my studio once my studio is finished. We are building it downstairs. Anyway, so I have a pile of oracle decks and I have a pile of tarot decks, and we're just gonna kind of go through them really quick, and I'm gonna make my picks for spooky season because October is my favorite month of the year. And right now it's about 70 in the upper 70s right now because Minnesota is weird. Anyway, so first off, we have the Tried and True Halloween Tarot. We all know I'm going to pick this. I mean, come on. It's just so cute. I actually modded mine, and I love it even more because, for reference, this is what they used to look like with the white borders around. And they had a white border that went around the front of the card, too. And it's not fitting to this deck. So I did this. Trimmed it, and then there's a little bit of a micro border that happens when you trim this deck, and I just whacked it out a little bit, and then I edged it, and yeah, I mean, I love this deck. Like, if you're, I was born in the late 80s, I grew up in the 80s, and if you're a millennial like me, I feel like this deck speaks to you on such a inner child level because you look at it and you're just like, really, this is so much like what Halloween was when you were a kid, and just the style choice of this deck. But yeah, it is fantastic. I adore this deck. It definitely, I use it every year. Like I have to. Watch me fight with top boxes. Oh, sorry. This is a definite. Like, I'm gonna be using this one. All right, let's do an oracle deck. So this is a newer one in the collection. It actually kind of came across randomly. Um, this is the Earthbound Oracle. Now, this deck is a very natural deck, and I wouldn't necessarily call it a spooky deck, but it does sort of speak to fall and sort of the vibe that fall brings off, or the colder months of the year. I mean, perfect example. Thank you. I think that means that I have to use this. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's got. I actually was not sure about this deck for quite some time. Just because I have I have trypophobia. So it's basically that phobia where if you see something that is clustered little holes, it really freaks you out. So I am one of those people that cannot. And I think there's one card in here. I think it's the card with the fungus. It's like back here. But either way, everything else in this deck doesn't bother me that much when it comes to that. I just was like, heebie jeebies. Ah, there it is. Ah. Nope. So, I mean, I suppose I could take that card out. It is beautifully illustrated, though. I mean, it's really my issue with the issue of the creator. But this deck, I actually think I might work with next month and into the colder months of the year, and probably save it for then. So I'll put that one aside. Tarot. This is the Hush Tarot. This is another one that I wasn't sure how I'd feel about because of some of the artwork. But again, it pleasantly surprised me. And I ended up really being drawn to it. This one is definitely a very like spooky fall type deck. And it has tons of crows and ravens in it, which are an animal that I'm very spiritually connected to. So oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I was all, should I record a video? I'm still kind of stuffy, but last month was really, really busy. And I've been meaning to get back into recording and getting some videos out there. And I told myself that that would be happening. So regardless of the congestion, here I am. But yeah, again, I think that this one really does fit for the fall season. I'm just not really sure if I want to use it for October. So this one, much like the Earthbound Oracle, which, by the way, and yes, there is a little bit of this that bothers me. Which, by the way, these two decks go really well together. I think this one I will also probably save for just the colder months of the year instead of Halloween time. But I have a couple of decks a few decks in here that are like borderline. They could be used for that. They couldn't. Wanted to decide all of that on camera. All right. Speaking of crows and ravens, this is one of the newest ones in my collection. I was trying to find this, the indie version, because it actually just came out mass market. Never really ended up getting it, and I just decided to wait, which is perfectly fine. And it all worked out. So I really like it a lot because I have the Crow Tarot as well. And as I mentioned, these are some of my favorite animals. So, and you know, these guys, they just fit to this, excuse me, this season. Funny little thing about this, by the way. So the artist is from Seattle. And as I was flipping through the guidebook, I saw that she had mentioned in one of the entries my hometown. And so I was like, it's not every day that you read, like, spot the name of your hometown in a guidebook to a tarot or oracle deck. So I thought that was really funny. So yeah, I do think that if I don't work with this one right now in the month of October, I definitely will over the next few days as well. Ooh. But honestly, I think I'm going to throw it in my to be worked with in October pile. Let's admit it, there's only 4 weeks. And sometimes I work with more than one tarot or oracle a week, too. Otherwise, I just don't think that everything would get used properly, so. Alright, we'll do a tarot now. I've been flip-flopping back and forth. This is the Darkness of Light. This is the 4th edition. I had the 1st edition of this deck, and I traded it, and then I regretted that, so I got the 4th edition. And I like the 4th edition a lot because it has a little bit of updated artwork. The images are a little bit more clear, and the cardstock is just a really nice linen. So, yeah, this is an amazing deck. Thanks so much. And this one is another one that I think not only speaks to autumn and, October. But it also, again, I think would be a perfect one to continue to use throughout the winter months of the year. Like, this is a fantastic deck. Check out that tower card. So cool. One of my favorite actually in here is the death card. Simply from an artistic standpoint, the amount of movement that he put into the figure. I just like the fact that it's not so stiff looking. Of course, I can't find it right now, so naturally. There it is. All right, just a sec here. So as you can see, just he's not standing still. He is riding at full speed, and there's just so much movement to this figure. And I don't know why. Something about that. So I think I will be using this month. 2 tarot and 1 oracle so far. Get it in there. Great. Oracle. This is the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. I actually did hear that Threads of Fate are retiring all of their collection, which, excuse me, I was a little bit surprised by, just because of how well they're doing. I don't know the full circumstances behind it though, so, but I did want to mention that for future reference if you guys see this deck later on after this video's been up for a while. It could potentially be out of print. I don't know. I just wanted to mention. Just there. And I picked this one because it is the Shadow Edition, which I enjoy greatly, but I'm not entirely sure if it's really speaking to the Halloween spooky season. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to pick this one right now. But it is gorgeous. I need to set up a better solution for my camera here. It's so cumbersome to have the camera and the tripod like right in front of you. Okay, sorry, we were sitting. There. All right, next up is the Crow Tarot. I need a bag that's so I have the little mass market guidebook. I actually got rid of the mass market version of the deck because it was randomly someone traded the indie version, and I really like the backs on this one a lot more. And the size of it. So yeah, this is the independent version. And it's funny because I have the Urban Crow and this deck. I actually really don't like using them together because it's too much and I need variety. And so I usually pair these not with each other, generally. So I don't actually know if I'm going to work with the Crow Tarot this month, just because of that reason. So I think we're going to put that one aside and vote not for October, maybe November. All right. I mean, come on. you gotta. In fact, I'm probably going to be working with this one a lot because I got it. I think I got it right before Samhain last year, and I didn't really get to absorb much into this. But yeah, I mean, you gotta. It's a really good deck. I didn't get the Beltane one just because I'm not really connected with that holiday, but I did learn the next one in this series is going to be Mabon, which is another one of my favorite sabbats. I tend to really resonate with the solstices and the equinoxes now as my practice has evolved. And The only other one that I really connect with outside of that is that one. So, yep, definitely. Okay. I actually have two tarot and one, or two oracle and one tarot left. What are words? So this is the Marigold Tarot. Bumping camera. Stacks so much. Yep. Yeah, I gotta do this one. I mean, come on. It's so pretty. I still need to throwing cards. Get the extended guidebook, which she puts on her website. I think it's only like $25. But because this doesn't come with a guidebook when you purchase it. At least it didn't when I did. But it is a beautiful deck. Very well done. And yeah, I'm definitely working with that one. Okay. This one is probably also going to be a yes. There are two honorable mentions I'm going to mention, which I did not pull down from my shelves, but they are ones that I do work with a lot, especially around this time of the year. And that is the Memento Mori Oracle Lenormand. I don't use it as a Lenormand deck. I actually use it. It's by the same creator here, Claire Goodchild, who did the Oracle of Oddities, which is what this is. This is all three versions together. And she also did the Antique Anatomy Tarot. She's coming out with a book at the end of the month all about spirit communication, which I am thrilled about. I work with the Memento Mori mostly for spirit communication. And I use it pretty heavily around this time of the year, just with the veil being thinner. The other honorable mention I do want to say is I also work a lot, especially as November gets closer, with the Santa Muerte Tarot. But this is the Oracle of Oddities, as I mentioned. And again, this was another one that I was like worried that I wouldn't like, and then I ended up getting it, and I was like, it was one of those things by chance where I had some tarot decks for trade, and someone was like, well, I have, all three editions of the Oracle of Oddities, and I want this, and this deck that you listed, and I was like, well, that's meant to happen. So, yeah. Claire Goodchild artwork is really incredible. I enjoy it very much. So, yeah, I think I will be working with that one. And I'm just going to set that up there because that's where I have room at the moment. Last but not least, this is the Spirits and Shadows Oracle. This is the box that it came in. I'm probably going to decorate it because let's face it, it's what I love to do, stuff like that. But I'm also going to edge this. I've not done that yet. I've been a little distracted with other things going on, but I came across this artist on Instagram, and for the life of me, I cannot remember his name right now, but I will list all of these down below. I came across his artwork on Instagram, and I was immediately captivated. I think this is the one that I saw first, and I love Shinto, and I've always been really fascinated by it. I've been to several shrines, one of which was in Japan. There's one in Washington State where I'm from. So this was the first thing that I saw. I was like, I haven't seen an oracle deck yet that really had Torii gates. Aside from the Kitsune Oracle, which I don't have. But yeah, so I was kind of interested, and then I started to look more into the artwork and find out that he was producing a oracle deck. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Edward and Heather Neal. J. Edward and Heather Neal. There we go. Oh my god. Forgot I put the title card mixed in there. But hey, it worked out for us. Anyway. So his artwork is really, really pretty. And I was really captivated by it. I loved the deepness, the depth, and the darkness to this. But it's not so much in a way where it's too disturbing for me, because that's kind of a fun line for me, to be perfectly honest. I love stuff that's like this, but it's not like grotesque, I should say. And there's a lot of crows and ravens in it. There's a plus. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this deck. And I think that this will definitely be one that I'm going to be working with this October. It's the Spirits and Shadows Oracle. I actually thought I heard that he was doing another one too. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So how did we fare here? So we've got. Oh, cool! This all worked out. We have 3 tarot and 3 oracle. And there's 4 weeks in October. So honestly, I think I should. Oh no. We have 4 oracle and 3 tarot. So honestly, I think I should probably go through and maybe pick another tarot deck to work with. Which I could probably do the Hush Tarot, or I could just see what calls to me. Stay tuned, I guess. Ornament. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please subscribe to Emily's Tarot Magic. She is fantastic. I adore her. And I thought that it would be super fun to do a video reply to her, sharing my picks for this spooky season, because October, again, is my favorite month of the year. And yeah, look for more videos from me soon. I'm going to be spending a lot of time this month kind of catching up on my content creating, as I've taken the last few months here, actually most of this year, really not making a lot of content, at least not as much as I thought I was going to be. And I'm getting back into it. So we've got some plans in the works, some things that I'm going to be doing, and there's lots of great things that are happening. So please stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching. As always, blessed be.